here at 133. Cory Clark, a two-time runner-up against Seth Gross, a former teammate who has kicked off the team and has since turned things around and found redemption at South Dakota State.
Got to hang around the right people who are going to push me in every aspect of my life, not just wrestling, people that are going to push me to be a better person, a better student athlete, everything. And I think that's been really one thing that I've really focused on these last couple of years, surrounding myself with people that are going to get me to the top.
It was a redshirt year at Iowa for Gross, dismissed from the program for an arrest. He said the hardest phone calls he had to make were to his head coach, Tom Brands, and to his parents. But he's been embraced by Chris Bono, the head coach at South Dakota State, and has been winning in dominant fashion here in St. Louis, outscoring his opponents 43-4 to get here to the finals.
What a job Chris Bono has done at South Dakota State. The first All-American, the first finalist, the former national champion from Iowa State, really building a solid program at South Dakota State.
Anthony, as we saw at 125, Thomas Gilman, the #1 seed, was knocked off yesterday. Cory Clark did the same here at 133 by beating #1 seed Nathan Tomasello of Ohio State.
Clark really put together an excellent match in that semifinals, and it was all about that strategy and sticking with the strategy. Going into this match, Clark has to do exactly that. He's got to stay conventional, stick to his 2-on-1. See Gross here in on that shot. Gross is one of those guys. He's extremely aggressive. He's always firing. He can scramble well in great low ankle shots. So Clark needs to slow this down, control the ties.
Clark right here looking for what won yesterday in the semifinals against Tomasello, and that was that inside leg front headlock. You talk about the 2-on-1. That's where most of his offense comes from. And that 2-on-1 on the right side. Drops down on the leg off that 2-on-1. Now he needs to cover the ankle. Gross good on defense on his feet right here. It's very important for him not to be taken down because he's really tough on top. That's where most of his offense comes from.
Gross in the blue singlet, trying to become the first national champion in South Dakota State's Division I history, and he takes the 2-point lead.
Big takedown for Seth Gross. He's tall, long, hard to wrestle and finish on. He just showed that. Presents problems because of his length.
Clark in on the ankle again. Gross trying to reposition.
I love the resolve of Cory Clark. He's fought through pain all year.
30 seconds.
Smart wrestling by Clark as well, just electing to get that escape point. You see, he wanted to go for that 2-point reversal, but he knows this first period's winding down, so I need to take those sure points, stay on this in this match.
You talk about that pain for Clark. You can still see on his left shoulder wearing that brace that caused him to miss the month of December with a shoulder injury, as well as his #1 ranking.
See, Clark had a nice initial shot. He's trying to finish it off, but this is where Gross is so dangerous in the scramble positions. You see, he was able to elevate that left leg of Cory Clark. That gave him the ability and the leverage he needed to get that reverse, or excuse me, get the takedown there. Steal it from Clark.
Did a great job of slipping his ankles underneath him and keeping his head up there. He kept coming up, and that's what got the takedown for him. This is where Seth Gross wanted to be. He wanted to get on the top and try and work his turns, get his leg in. He likes to get his leg in, high up, works really hard to turn you on top. Clark, of course, in his third final, trying to get rid of that runner-up tag the last couple of years, but a 4-time All-American.
Lost to Nashawn Garrett of Cornell last year at Madison Square Garden, and in 2015 on this same floor against Cody Brewer of Oklahoma. That's the escape point. Tied at 2 with riding time to the advantage of Gross.
That was terrific wrestling by Gross. You see Cory Clark got in on the leg. It looked like he was close to getting a reversal, but like I said, Gross is great in those scramble situations. And really, it played to his favor because it built up his riding time. Got up to a minute 17. He said, okay, I'm going to let you go. Let's go back to our feet. Smart wrestling by Gross here.
Neither of these guys are going to compromise their style. You see Clark going back to that 2-on-1. It's what's won for him all year.
Get to the head. Get the head. 30.
Locked up at the hands with 20 seconds left in the second period.
Gross likes to put the hands on you and pressure you to shoot in. Makes you pay if you don't finish really cleanly.
And the former Iowa Hawkeye teammates are locked at 2 with 2 minutes to go. Clark's mom, Robin, who watched him become a 4-time Iowa high school champion, understandably nervous.
Nice escape there by Gross. You see Clark off that whistle. It looked like he tried to kind of pull Gross back into his hips. It's not what you want to do against a great scrambler, especially a lengthy guy like Gross. So let him get that easy escape point there.
One thing Clark does good is he creates well. So he's in a good situation here. Coming up the back door, he's got to keep his head up, get his ankles slipped underneath him, and square off for the 2. Nice job. He created that 2. The 2-on-1 wasn't working. That's what Gross had been working against. Now, this is where I say he's not going to compromise his style on top either because he rides well. Clark does with a bar and a half.
And he takes the riding time under a minute. That was in favor of Gross. That could have tied it.
What Clark's good at here too is even if he doesn't turn him, he's really good at riding in this position.
Clark stays on top. A 1-point lead, closing in on 30 seconds left. Potentially dangerous called on Clark, and back to the middle, 30 seconds.
Terrific job there by Clark in that top position, keeping the pressure going for that arm bar. You see Gross just kind of had him over to the side, but Clark kept that balance. He kept pressuring forward. Crucial ride there for Clark.
Head in the middle. Head in the middle.
One thing about Clark, you're looking at a guy, like I said, he's courageous. He fights to the death. He's one tough guy. No stalling call. Throws in the legs really nice. Gets the boots in.
Stalemate, and now 10 seconds. Associate head coach Terry Brands.
10-second ride to a dream come true for the 4-time state champion from Southeast Polk High School.
So Clark's being smart. He's staying low, trying to control the ankles of Gross, covering up those hips.
Third time's the charm for Cory Clark. College wrestling's best at 133.
Guys that are brave enough to throw Coach Brands like that.
Great lateral drop.
You gotta have permission. All right, Quint, be careful.
Cory,
What are you saying to yourself? You look at the clock with 10 seconds to go, knowing that you ride him out, you're a national champion.
So I'm going to be a national champion. That's about all I said.
What did you say to yourself in December when you couldn't wrestle because of that shoulder?
A lot of negative things that you guys probably don't want to hear, but I'm past that.
How did you get past that?
Toughness and big, you know what.
What did you hit with Coach after the match? You got him pretty good.
Just a nice throw. He actually was yelling, throw me. I was like, no. He's like, throw me. So I threw him.
He wanted that.
Yeah.
Your mom, Robin, sitting up there in the Hawkeye, and I know she's instrumental.
Yeah.
What does this mean for her?
It means more to her than me. She's been through me being a all-time low and all-time high. She's dealt with all my bull crap, and she's never really, you know, did anything out of order on her part, which is incredible. And I can't thank anybody enough, just fans, everybody. Like, it's too heated of the moment to get into that right now.
You made her the happiest mom in the country. Congratulations.
Have you ever seen a finish like that one?
Amazing match there by Cory Clark. Just way to stay disciplined through that. A guy like Seth Gross, so dangerous in the scrambles. Clark wrestled smart all the way through, got to his positions. Right there, covering up the hips. Great job from start to finish by Cory Clark.